you feel like, oh, that extra $1,000 you just put in didn't do anything because interest rates. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, and today I'm going to be sharing how I'm staying sane while I am repaying debt and how you can as well. So the first thing is the snowball versus avalanche method, and these two methods are really going to come down to what kind of person you are personally. And if you're someone that needs like the little wins to motivate you to keep going, then definitely I think the snowball method is the one for you, and that's the method that we're actually doing right now. The snowball method is where you list your debts from the lowest amount to the highest amount, and you pay minimum on everything except that lowest amount, and you throw everything else that you have into that smallest amount until you paid it off. And once you pay it off, then you throw all that into your next lowest debt, and you kind of get the picture of like a snowball effect now. For us, we were able to pay our first little debt off within like 4 months or so, and then the next one, it was like a couple of months after that, and it really motivates you and makes you feel like you're getting somewhere. And the next one is the avalanche method, and this is going to be for people who are more like numbers thinking. So like me, for me, I just wanted to know like what method was going to save me the most amount of money in the long run, and that would honestly be the avalanche method. That's where you list your highest interest rate items from the highest to the lowest amount. Pay minimum on everything, just like you would do in the snowball method, but you pay your highest interest rate item first, and then snowball. Once you're done with that, you snowball that into your next highest interest rate item. But regardless, you're gonna be saving money either methods. Just do what makes you feel the most comfortable. Again, if you're a numbers person and you want to save the most amount of money, avalanche method is for you. If you're someone who needs little wins to continue to push you to keep paying off debt, then the snowball method is for you. And I will say that works for most people, and it's working for us. The next little tip that I can give you guys when it comes to paying off debt is to use what is known as cash envelopes for all of your purchases and your budgeting. So for us, obviously for our fixed expenses like bills, we don't take cash out for that. We just do automatic withdrawals from our bank account. But for flexible expenses like groceries, eating out, we budget a little bit for eating out. So for things like that, we use cash. And the thing with that is once I get paid, I take cash out and I put them in all my envelopes. So however much I've budgeted for that paycheck or that month, I put into my little envelopes labeled groceries or gas. That is something that actually helps you to not overspend, because once you've used all your cash, you are out. So there's no like, oh, let me just swipe my card, like it's another barrier in keeping you from spending impulsively or spending over the amount that you've budgeted. So I highly 100% would say if you want to continue to stay motivated and successful in your debt repayment, then you need to do the cash envelope method. That is going to help you not overspend on accident, because there's been like maybe 1 or 2 times during our debt repayment journey that we, for some reason, whether like I was too lazy to go to the bank or something like that, we went off the rails. So that is definitely something good. But another good thing about that is if you have any cash left over, it rolls into the next paycheck. So it kind of adds on top of each other. Whereas if it was in your bank account and you're just swiping your card, you're tempted to use that for other things and to overspend. So that's why I'm a huge advocate for using those cash envelopes if you're paying off debt. And honestly, I think that's something that we're gonna keep even after we're finished paying off our debt. So something else that I wanted to mention with these cash envelopes, you can either just get like normal like letter envelopes and put your cash in there, but it is really handy to have something that you can carry with you all the time that is going to last you a long time. So what I will tell you is that you want to invest in a good cash envelope system to put your cash into. I've linked the ones that I'm using right now down below, as well as maybe some alternatives. So make sure that you guys check that out. This next thing is super important. Your income and the amount of debt is going to affect how quickly you can pay off your debt. That could discourage a lot of people, but here's the thing, and this is something that we're constantly trying to do as well. You want to find ways to increase your income during your debt repayment journey. So this is going to be something that really humbles you a lot, but it's something that's needed. If you've got a ton of debt or even a little debt and you're not making that much money, you're going to have to find ways to increase your income. So you're going to have to work that full-time job or even that side gig to make some money. You know, maybe that's waitressing, or whether it's selling some of the things that you already have. I think my husband and I have been able to make some money on the side by selling things that we already have that we're not even really using. If you have like a talent, like maybe you're good at makeup, maybe you can sell your makeup services to make money. Maybe you're good at cutting hair, or maybe you're crafty. Use your talents for your benefit. My next couple of tips are more motivational things to kind of continue to push you to pay off debt. But I think something that's really important is to have an end goal, have a reason for why you want to pay off debt, because I've seen so many people not commit or stick to paying off debt because they don't really have an end goal. They don't really have a plan for what they want to do after they pay off debt. The reason that we were able to stay so motivated is because we realized how the large amount of debt that we had was holding us back from being able to achieve life milestones like buying a house. For us, our thing is we want to get a house. And because we're in so much debt, we're not able to get pre-approved or even qualified for like a higher amount for a house. So we're not able to get like the dream house that we absolutely want. Or, you know, for other people that I've talked to, they want to be able to go overseas or move overseas and not have that debt hanging over their head. Find your reason for you personally of why you want to pay off debt so that you can have the freedom to pursue the things that you want to pursue afterwards. So if that's to build a business, then even right now while you're paying off debt, okay, start thinking of your plan. What business are you going to make when you get done paying your debt off? You know, what kind of business are you going to go into? What steps can you be taking now to set yourself up for success for after you paid off your debt and you can start to work on that business? Because honestly, sometimes when you put a huge lump sum into your debt, it feels like you're doing nothing. When you're taking steps now to ensure your success after you paid off debt into whatever you want to do afterwards, there's something about it. It just motivates you to keep going. So that's what I would tell you is a huge tip, is to have a goal that means a lot to you of after you've paid off your debt, what are you going to do? And my next tip, and probably last tip for you guys, is to find your people. One of the craziest things to me has been that while we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on our debt repayment journey, there's actually also been some negativity surrounding us paying off our debt. And maybe it's just the times that we're in right now politically, because the next presidential election is coming up, and a lot of those candidates, as you guys know, are rooting, or their platform that they're standing upon is that they're going to repay student debt. And because of that, a lot of people are saying, oh, we don't need to pay off debt. And yeah, we've actually gotten, whether it's from family or some friends, people that have said to us like that we're crazy for trying to pay off our debt, or that have made us feel silly for trying to pay it off early, because a lot of people are standing upon the hope that these presidential candidates are going to pay off or get rid of your student debt, which, you know, if it happens, that's really awesome. That's great. But if it doesn't happen, then we want to be prepared for that. We want to be ahead of the game on that anyways. And that's, you know, living with our debt hanging over our heads is not something that I'm into, and not something that I don't think anybody should want. Yeah, that's why I think it's really important to find your people. Find the people that are going to support you, that are encouraging you, that are pushing you forward. And for instance, like this week, I was just so in my head and with all this debt repayment, and I just kept thinking like, I really want to get a house. Like maybe we should just slow down our debt repayment now and just get a house now, even if it's not going to be the best house in the world, that the greatest house, my dream house that I want. Maybe we should just go ahead and get it. So I texted one of my friends and was just telling her like, man, I'm so conflicted. You know, I want to get a house, but also we are paying off debt. And she was able to kind of bring me back down and just remind me like, just stay on course, continue to throw everything you have at debt. You know, we're so proud of you. And, you know, we constantly have this great support system around us of people just pushing us forward, encouraging us, telling us what a great job we're doing. And those things mean the most when you're in the depths and the trenches of debt repayment and you feel like, oh, that extra $1,000 you just put in didn't do anything because interest rates, you know, and it's in those moments where your people are going to be the ones to push you forward and encourage you. So I would definitely highly encourage you to build that support system around you, whether it's other friends that are paying off debt too, or whether it's friends and family members that are just like supporting you and encouraging you in your endeavors. Then I would say that's a really important step in repaying your debt. because I think if you don't have that, then it's not that you don't succeed, but it's going to really eat away at you. So if you want an extra boost to help you pay off your debt, then find your people. Have your goal, have your end goal. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notifications on when I upload videos. My social media handles are down below as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.